Before your last fight, there was a lot of confusion. A lot of people from your team were like calling out David Benavidez to the point of kind of trolling him before he fought David Lemieux. And then Ronnie Shields, of all people, like was the one that stepped up and said he had other plans for you. So I just wanted to hear from you, like with a win on November 5th, like what your plan is for 2023. Like, do you feel like you need to develop a little more, or do you feel like you're ready for the top guys in the division?
Bueno, acá Jake cree que se creó algo de confusión y alboroto cuando antes de tu pelea anterior, tu equipo medio como que troleó a David Benavidez, como que estaba como que provocando lo demás. Entonces, lo que él quiere saber es, si le ganas a Aidos el 5 de noviembre, ¿cuáles son tus intenciones de tu propia boca, no de tu equipo, para el 2023?
Bueno, eso que se estaba diciendo ante la pelea fue por un comentario que el mismo padre Benavidez hizo, y obvio automáticamente nosotros respondimos a eso, like, porque el comentario fue por una X página que puso algo raro, puso algo que nunca yo dije en las redes sociales, y bueno, automáticamente el papá de Benavidez respondió, y bueno, nosotros le respondimos. Y primero Dios, ganando el 5 de noviembre, mis planes para 2023 serían simplemente, yo la verdad desearía pelear con David Benavidez, ¿me entiendes? Ya que dice que nadie quiere pelear con él. Esa es la primera razón. Pero como ya siempre he dicho, lo que yo quiero hacer es demostrar que soy el mejor en las 168 libras.
Okay, first of all, about the Benavidez trolling thing. It wasn't that we were trying to troll him, and nothing like that. It was because David's dad, he had said something that it was taken totally out of context by him. I feel like I was misquoted by something that they posted on social media. So my team felt like it was only right to respond to that, and I agree. I feel that they were, within their right to clap back the Team Benavidez. And as far as 2023, God willing, if I win on November 5th, my goal is to fight David Benavidez. He says that nobody wants to fight with him. Here I am. Okay. I want to fight with him. So let's make it happen.
Very cool. So with that in mind, how important was it for you to take this mandatory, get it out of the way so that you can fight whoever you want in 2023 without being told who you have to fight?
Entonces, ¿qué tan importante es para vos el poder ganar este 5 de noviembre para que no te tenga, o sea, para que vos puedas decir, yo quiero pelear contra este, no hay nada que se interponga en mi camino?
No, para que vea, eso para mí no es lo más importante. Lo más importante para mí es que tengo que ganar sí o sí el 5 de noviembre porque es el cumpleaños de mi mamá. Y 2 días anterior sería el cumpleaños de mi abuela, que en paz descanse. Eso no tengo eso en mente, ¿no? Tengo en mente prioridad que mi familia y bueno, después pensaremos en los oponentes, o en decir con quién quiero pelear o quién quiere pelear conmigo. ¿Quién decida?
Sí, a ver, quería saber si entendí bien. O sea, el 5 de noviembre no sería el aniversario, sería como el cumpleaños de lo que sería tu mamá, ¿verdad? No es el aniversario cuando sería el cumpleaños, ¿verdad?
Sí, birthday, yeah.
Sí, okay. Entonces, so basically, November 5th is important to me, not just because of what it might mean for 2023 or any mandatory stuff that might be out there. You know why it's truly important to me? Because it will have been my mom's birthday on November 5th. And I feel like I want to honor her that way. That's the most important reason why I want to win on November 5th.
Excellent. Okay. Thanks very much, Jake. Our last press questions are going to come from Ismail Abdul-Salam with Beats Boxing Mayhem. Ismail, if you could please unmute yourself, you can ask your questions.
Thank you. First question is for Aidos. I wanted to ask you, you have experience with undefeated fighters before. You have beat Aidos Yerbossynuly a couple years ago. He's a power puncher, also undefeated. I wanted to know, fighting someone like that was undefeated, aggressive, a power puncher, how do you feel like that's prepared you for someone like David, who is bigger, but still kind of has a similar power punching, aggressive style?
Помоган башынан бишкелден сасай бишкел, который параллельно David Morrell Jr. Удар да махтар Что ты чувствуешь? Вот это 0 синдеди 0. Соны
Ол
көрсөтмөшүн кандай?
0 деген не вообще ешқандай не бермейді, андай преимущество бермейді, потому что соперник может оған подбирать еткен шығар, чтобы 0 болу үшін.
Yeah.
Ол так что
So,
оған ешқандай не жоқ менде, ал не.
well, I mean, like we are okay with that, you know, because 0 losses doesn't mean anything, because you need to see the roster, like whom he fought, you know, last. So there is no big names, and it was just, you know, cherry picks. That's it. And we don't feel something special about David Morrell, you know, like.
Got it. Appreciate that. And last question is for David Morrell. David, you've already spoken a lot. A lot of people are always asking you who you're fighting next. They bring up Benavidez a lot. But I wanted to get your opinion on what you feel about Benavidez's next opponent. A lot of people have given him flack about his next fight against Usakagi. I wanted to get your opinion on that fight. And do you feel like that's kind of not where he needs to be if he's going to be facing you in 2023?
So the question is that Uzcategui, like if he feels that Uzcategui is not at his level, is that the question?
Right, exactly. He's fighting him next. What does he think about that fight comparison to who he's fighting? Does he feel like he's facing the harder fights while David is kind of cruising at this point?
Right. ¿Sentís que Benavidez, que ahora va posiblemente a enfrentarse a Uzcategui, está peleando contra rivales más accesibles, mientras que vos estás yendo en busca de desafíos más y más grandes?
Yo pienso que él ya está estabilizado. So, cada cual tiene su propio trabajo, cada cual decide por lo que haga. Ya está estabilizado, ya tiene un nombre. Tiene ya un estatus, ¿no? Yo estoy buscando el mío. Y lo que él decía son sus cosas. A mí me encantan los retos, y yo cada vez que tengo un reto más grande es mejor para mí, así puedo demostrar el tipo de boxeador que soy. Y en este caso con mi siguiente oponente, que es un buen boxeador, y bueno, voy a demostrar el tipo de boxeador que soy, y es todo.
We have to be realistic here. I'm well aware that David Benavidez is established right now. That's not up for debate. So he can pick certain fights that, in my case, I can't, because I need to prove myself. I still need to get to where I'm established. So I really don't think that who David is fighting compares to who I'm fighting, because we're on two different paths right now that hopefully they can cross over at some point. But I'm up for any challenge anytime. I'm proud of that. I'm proud of taking the tough fights, and I don't concern myself really with what others may or may not do.